Brian Thompson, the chief executive officer of United Healthcare, being killed in New York. Initially, I just went, well, someone's got a grudge against this insurance company. I understand it. What, of course, is the big story isn't so much the killing of this individual, which I suppose isn't an everyday occurrence, but it's the response to it that is the significance. And again, I don't know where things stand at the moment, but the last time I looked it up, which was earlier today, one would expect it to grow. I came across one particular site where there were 76,000 people that had gone, oh, Brian's been assassinated. Isn't that a shame? No, they weren't. They were saying, Brian Thompson's been assassinated. Good. They're going, whoopee. What I wanted to bring up here is the danger that sections of the left, in the broadest way we characterize the left, can actually view this as an example to follow. So it's not just something to applaud, but something to emulate. And I've raised this because I see that as a danger, given where we're at politically, with the working class being weak, or where the working class is, organized into bureaucratized trade unions, but also around the climate issue. For example, there we've just had COP, and everyone goes, well, it didn't decide anything, and what it decided, it isn't going to deliver. And there we've got Donald Trump coming into the White House and will pull the world's second largest polluter, the world's biggest historical polluter. He's going to pull it out of the Paris Accord. So what's the use of COP, talking shop? What's the use of Joe Biden's useless so-called Green New Deal? No, what we want is, to quote a particular left-winger, is we want the capitalists to fear. And therefore, maybe we should follow, who knows who it is that's taken out Brian Thompson, but maybe we should follow that example. And certainly if you look at discussion around the climate issue, you've had, I think, significantly, the Maun book turned into a Hollywood film, How to Blow Up a Pipeline. You've had the shift from Extinction Rebellion having mass protests in London, like in Oxford Circus, to attacks, in the National Gallery, and, against paintings, attacks in Madame Tussauds against waxwork images of the monarch and the heir apparent. Well, why not go one stage further? Why not go from taking out a pipeline, sitting down in the road, custard pieing, baked beaning a Van Gogh? Why not go and take out take out oil executives? Why stop at insurance executives? To me, that's a danger. And the danger is that precisely when I read the Socialist Worker and some sections of the left, they almost want to encourage elitist actions. And I think what we should be emphasizing is mass action. But when it comes to the climate question, for example, as it does with, I think, actually the health question, we do need to go from the politics of protest, where the left is stuck at the moment in the imagination that if only we have one more demonstration, if only we have one more political strike, the system will collapse. No, we need to go from the politics of protest to the politics of power. And to go to the politics of power, that's a huge thing, because what we need is a party, the sort of party that Mike McNair is arguing for in this edition of the Weekly Worker, and will be arguing in the next part of his article, for a mass communist party. not a broad front, not an alliance, not a we don't polemicize, keep quiet in case you offend the Labour bureaucracy sort of party, but a communist party with the sort of robust, healthy internal life that we saw in the German social democracy in the 19th century, early 20th century, but we also saw in the Bolshevik Party up to the point of the Civil War and the militarization of that party, which has unfortunately been copied by so many of the sects in the 20th century. So we want genuine democratic centralism, not bureaucratic centralism. We want a democratic centralist mass communist party that's based firmly on a principled program, and that keeps its parliamentary representatives and its councillors and its trade union leaders, you know, on a tight rein, because we've got a robust culture of open debate and open criticism.